just to get to know you, traveling across the land, sharing blessings with every man. Oh, I just want to know you.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Hub Live. I'm your host, of course, Neketia Henry, with my crazy co-host.
I am not. I'm Petri.
The jury's still out on that.
I'm Petri Hawkins Byrd, and just glad to be here. Just glad to be anywhere today.
Yes, so much has been going on since the last time we actually got together. We want to, of course, start with the passing of the greatest. I have to say the greatest.
Time. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest of all time. You know who we're talking about.
Muhammad Ali. Yeah. You know what, though? When he passed, I didn't realize was it 32 years? Mm-hmm. He had been battling Parkinson's. And I didn't, when you get used to seeing someone, with certain ailments in a certain way, that's just kind of what you get used to. But he battled that for 32 years. So that was amazing.
So almost half his life he was, but just an incredible lifespan, just an incredible amount of accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
Not a perfect human being by any stretch of the imagination, but somebody who really left an indelible mark on society and on the world.
A great legacy.
I remember reading years ago that he was one of the most recognizable figures throughout the world. Anywhere he went, and that was in the ring and outside of the ring.
Because a lot of people sometimes are just only known for their specific gift, whether that be a sport or but he was definitely great outside of the ring. So once again, rest in peace to Muhammad Ali, and our condolences to his family.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. So what else is happening?
Father's Day. Is coming up, right?
Indeed,
June 19th.
You
got any plans?
Not really, but you know what? I do know definitively what every father wants. Let me tell y'all. I'm looking right at you right now.
Let me take my notes.
All right. Letting you know right now. All we want is for you to go out to dinner and leave us alone. We just want to be home. Watch the game.
That's what every father wants.
That's what every father wants. Because this is the father face when you're out at dinner, right? When you take him out to dinner. You notice his face is like this the entire time. Dad, what you want? I'll have the mozzarella sticks. But if you leave him home, man, you come home later on, he like this.
So just leave him home.
Thank you so much.
So there'll be no complaining when we do come back home about how nobody thought about you.
No. Leave the 18-pack of beer in the refrigerator. He might have a friend that moseys over because his family was trying to take him out. We just want to be alone.
All right. So you guys hear that? Mothers, children, aunties, uncles, cousins, all they want for Father's Day is to be left alone.
Gifts. I got another thing. Gifts. Yes. Just give us a gift card. Don't search for the shirt. We won't like it. We won't wear it.
You don't want
Don't
the
give us the
tie?
ugly tie. We won't wear it. We won't like it. Don't give us the drawers. We buy our own drawers.
The kids' handprints.
The kids' handprints.
Yeah.
My kids are 28. The only handprints they have are down at the police station. Listen, do us all a favor. Okay? Just leave us alone.
So leave us alone. Leave them alone.
Leave us alone.
No
and
ties.
Gift cards. We buy what we want, huh?
Best Buy.
No, American Express, Visa.
Oh, just open.
We decide where we're going. Don't give us to the place. I ain't going to Home Depot because then you want me to do something.
Got it. So it's really not a gift for you.
That's right.
Okay.
It's just,
I get it.
I've been asking you to fix that roof for years now. Here's a gift card to Home Depot. All right. So.
All right. So we got it.
Well, wait a minute.
Yes.
Now it looks like our candidates for the election, for the upcoming presidential election, are Hillary Clinton and open mouth insert foot, Mr. Donald Trump, and so this I heard Hillary's campaign speech, and her campaign slogan now is "I'm not him." That's That's
Is that real?
That's her camp. No, I'm making
Okay,
that up.
I was about to say, I don't remember that part. I didn't get that memo. But, this year definitely has been interesting, to say the least. Today is voting day for California, so hopefully all of you have gone out to vote. I will be voting when we are done today. Where's your sticker?
Today is no, I'm going right after we leave here. I got time.
Okay, you got time. Time.
Because I'm going to vote,
but this
because
year,
we fought for that right, man.
We did. But this year is pretty interesting, to say the least. Right. I really feel that Hillary Clinton is going to win by default. That's
or by
that's
Donald's fault. That's default.
That's
the default you're talking about is Donald's fault.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, like I said before, and I'll say it again. Everyone, just go out, exercise your right to vote.
Vote
it's
your heart,
crucial. Our lives depend on it. Our children's lives depend on that.
And remember this: if you can't figure out somebody to vote for, there's a write-in space. Put your name. If that happens enough, you might be president.
Do your research. Do your research. All right, and so also this month taking place, June is Black Music Month. Yeah. So, of course, it's only befitting that the BET Awards take place. Now, I hope and pray and wish that they do a real Prince tribute.
That would be nice.
Because I haven't seen one yet. There's been
the Billboard
a couple.
One was,
yeah. And a lot of people gave Madonna flack, but honestly, I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I don't think it was her fault. She did what she normally does. She's not a strong singer,
vocalist,
right?
Yes,
but
true.
They brought her on to do that, so she did what she was expected to do. It's just, of course, it would not meet the caliber of Prince's talent. So a lot of people gave her flack for that. Yeah. So Madonna, I forgive you. It's okay. You did what you were supposed to do. But hopefully the BET Awards gets it right and does a true tribute, because there is none other like Prince.
And if they don't do it right, you know what's going to happen. Doves are going to cry.
Yeah. Okay, so our first guest today is an amazing vocalist.
Amazing.
Awesome anointed pastor of Destiny Church right here in Sacramento. We're talking about none other than the one, the only vocalist extraordinaire, Pastor Yardley Griffin. Y'all give it up for Yardley Griffin.
Drop the mic.
Hello.
How's
welcome.
Everybody doing?
Now, how should we address you?
Pastor, how are you?
Yes.
I'm doing well.
We need to be correct.
My mama and my dad, they named me Yardley, so.
So Yardley, okay.
Yardley's fine with
He said
me.
no titles.
I just call you Yard.
That's fine. People
All right, the Yard. What's up? What's up? Not more than a foot, but
a
less
yard.
than a mile.
I'm not that tall either.
So we want to welcome you so much.
Thank you
for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here on the Hub Live. So let's talk a little bit about Black Music Month and what that means to you, because I know you gospel, also R&B. So talk a little bit about that and what that means to you.
Well, actually, it's exciting for me because I think it was way back in 2006. I was the Hub's first Black music artist of the month. And, during the month of June, way back in 2006. And so it's always a pleasure to share in this time, be a vocalist, musician, things of that sort, and to remember our heritage when it comes to music, where it comes from, and just take lessons. You mentioned the BET Awards, things of that sort, and then paying honor to whom honor is due.
Right.
So it's always a privilege that we have a moment to share our music. And so real about it. It's not just about what we hear on the radio.
Right.
But our music, African American music, it goes so much further than that. And I think it's an important time to share that. And I think this month is a great time to share that.
So now, gospel. I know that you do. Now, on the other side of the coin, would you consider yourself neo soul?
Neo soul. So my mom told me a long time ago. She told me there's nothing I couldn't sing. And so I just kind of believe there's nothing I can't sing. I wouldn't pigeonhole myself and say I sing one type of music.
Right.
To me, music is music.
Okay.
And so I just open myself up to be able to. I did a little opera way back in the day.
Wow. Okay.
Opera. I sang in the Glee Club when I was at Morehouse way back in the day.
Oh, awesome.
And so
okay.
I've broadened my horizons, and so I do pretty much anything.
Okay.
So when you talk about, let's expand on that a little bit. When you talk about the pigeonhole, and sometimes people want to classify you or categorize you as just this type of singer or that type of singer. What do you say to, I'll say, critics who say, pastors should only be singing gospel and R&B should not even be an option? What do you say to that?
I say God is love, and God has great creative capacity. And when we limit God, we limit what God can do in people. Yeah. And I like to say that if God gave me a gift to share, how can I talk about love and not express the different meanings of love? Awesome. Love in the scripture doesn't just mean one thing. Right. You have eros love, which is more of an erotic love, phileo love, brotherly love, agape love, God's kind of love. And if we're only seeing God, that one kind of love, then we're not fully exposing each other to all the love that God has given us to share with everybody. Wow. And so it's very, very important. The Song of Solomon is about the love between a man and a woman. Right. Not the love of God to a people, but love of a man to a woman. And so my daddy said all the time, if I go home and you're with your wife or your husband or whatever, what happens when the wife comes in the room and she pulls a blanket back and he got a full tuxedo on? Don't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Are you gonna play Kirk Franklin on your wedding night?
Those were always my favorite pajamas. So I understand what's going on. And then when she pulled them back, I go, love and happiness.
See, you got something started.
I love Valentine.
He got a little balance in there.
I agree, got balance, and I think balance is important. Yeah. And I think sometimes as Christians we don't have enough balance. We teeter too far to the left or too far to the right, and balance is very important.
Awesome point. Yes. Awesome point. So now, how long? Talking about your career, how long have you been singing? Did you start in the church, and at what age? And then, how has your career evolved up until this point?
Did you hear a lot of this in the beginning? Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Start over again. All right. You don't remember the words. Go ahead.
Well, what I did when I was younger, they put me to sing. I would act like I couldn't sing because I knew I could. But I was like 8 or 9, and so I act like I wouldn't because I didn't want to. I was too shy and too bashful. Aww. So then they would make me sit down because I was horrible. And so I was terrible.
You were playing the role at an early age.
So they were like, "No, go on, sit down. Go on, sit down front row. Just sing in the
group.
Sing
tenor.
Sing in the group. Sing bass real low." And I was when I was in 6th grade. That's when Boyz II Men's first album came out, Motown Philly.
Inspiring,
right? And so my mom bought me the tape. I know about tapes. It was a tape. 2 holes, you put it in, the tape, and I had a Walkman with the spongy ears, not the big, the little spongy ears, and I was sweeping the floor in the kitchen, and I was singing Boyz II Men, whatever song it was, I don't know which one it was on that album, and my mom was standing behind me. Wow. And she heard me. And I was just a sweeping and just a singing. And I turned around and she pulled the earphones off me and she said, "You singing on Sunday."
Yes.
You can sing for Boyz II Men, you can sing for Jesus.
And so from that moment, I would cry to try to get out of it, but my dad would be like, "Nope, you singing today." Yeah. And then just so happened, I decided, okay, I'm gonna do it. And so I just started singing, but I always had a love for just music, period. And so I sang in church, and I used to get in trouble because I would listen to different kind of music. My dad's a pastor as well, and so my mom, first lady, And so I would get in trouble because I would have all kind of music, and so they would come try to throw my music away. I had to go buy more, and just buy more. And but I believe that I could touch people with music. Touches people. Yeah, it touches people. And so one day I decided to try something else, and so I tried to do a little R&B, and it worked.
It works.
Have you heard
have I? Man. Oh my God! Let's go back to Homegrown Social days. Woo!
Yeah, let's go back to Center Court with Chris White.
Yes.
And I got the one CD that he sold me for what was that? $25?
Man, it was like 2 songs.
2 songs for $25.
That's right. But he'll come over anytime and sing for you. That's the good part. He owe you some new music.
And so it just evolved from there, and then several opportunities came about, and different shows came about, and so I just kept singing. And I've never let go of either side, gospel, R&B, soul music. Just never let go.
Thank God.
Awesome. Music is good.
You do it so well and so effortlessly.
Right.
At least it seems.
And it's always a feeling. Like when you sing, people feel it. A lot of times people are just singing just to get a note out, just like actors. They're acting just to get the lines out. But when you sing, people feel that, and that's what makes the difference. Whether it be gospel, R&B. When you sing in gospel, I'm like ready to fall on my knees and praise God. When you sing in R&B, I'm like, okay, where's my husband at? You know, like it is a feeling, and that's a lot of what the music that we have today that's top 40 and playing on the radio, we don't have that feeling.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you're keeping that feeling alive is awesome.
So is that why you look so sleepy on Sunday morning? Because like Saturday night?
Well, no, because actually, I don't even. I have a band called Radio, and we haven't played together in so long.
Yeah.
No, I'm just so sleepy because I got a new record out.
It's
called Hear Me Now. It's a gospel record.
Yes.
And I've been traveling doing that, and so I leave and come back home and to be back home. Yeah, you can keep back. The last one I sold was $25.
He'll give you a $25 after
I got you.
You can keep that one.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You got 2 for $25.
There's 12 songs on here.
Yeah, you got 2. You got 2. And so, but I've been traveling and singing. I just got back in town. Was in Ohio last week.
Oh, awesome.
And all weekend just got back in town. And I'll be going again this weekend. But I'm always sure to be back home on Sunday to be in my pulpit.
So now, speaking of traveling, okay, you recently, and we have to congratulate you. You got married recently. Now, how it was about almost 2 years?
No,
a year.
Right.
About a year ago.
Yeah, almost close to.
We getting in trouble. September of 2015.
September 4th. Yes, 2015.
There, congratulations, congratulations. Now, how do you balance?
To break it over your head because you don't remember the date.
Yeah, y'all delete that part. I get in trouble.
We're gonna edit that part out. Yeah. No. So, talk about the balance of that all, because you are a father, a pastor, now a husband. How do you balance that?
Well, it's something that. Because I've been doing it for so long, actually, I've been singing and things like that for so long. And actually, I started traveling and preaching when I was 16. Wow. And I started traveling by myself at 17. And so I've been doing the travel thing for a very, very long time. And me and my wife, we met about almost 5 years ago now.
Okay.
And so this is what I was doing when she met me. And then the closer we got, she started putting restraints on me and telling me, no, you can't go this time. I was like, you ain't my wife. You don't know me like that.
She said, we can cure that.
She was like,
he spoke it into existence.
And she was like, I said, well, you will. I said, yeah, I will be your wife. And so I said, oh, okay. And but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do,
right?
To travel and then be back home and then leave and come back home. But when you have some good kids, right, and a good wife,
and when you have a good thing at home,
you got a good thing at the house,
there you go.
You know that's something you want to come home to.
Awesome.
And it makes it easy, and then just having balance in your everyday life. Every day, I try not to overdo anything.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Amen.
Right. So that is awesome. Well, Yardley, we appreciate you so much for joining us today. Now, CD, how can people purchase this?
This CD, you can. It's at the Bible
CD
House
you
here.
can't get.
You can't get that one. That's Petri.
Right.
It's at the Bible House here in Elk Grove.
Okay.
At all Dimple locations, or please do this. You go online, Amazon, iTunes, all those outlets, Google Play. It's on there. Just type in Yardley Griffin, and I'm right there. The CD's $10 everywhere you go. It'll be a great blessing. It's called Hear Me Now. Some great songs on there. I play on 97.5 every single day.
Yeah.
And so please support it. It's changing lives, and people have been really helped by the record. And so please support it.
Awesome.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Yardley.
So much.
It's been a pleasure.
Hear Me Now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Available everywhere.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
All right, I'm very excited to introduce our next guest, the beautiful young lady sitting right next to me. Miss Savannah Karmue is only 9 years old, yet she is the entrepreneur, and she started Happy Heart Advices when she was only 7 years old. She has her book out called Happy Heart Advices. Please welcome the beautiful Miss Savannah Karmue and her father, Q Karmue. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great that I accomplished and I wrote my book over the summer of 2015.
Okay.
One of my goals.
Awesome.
Because I feel like it will make a difference in the community and that it will impact people so people can know more about the heart.
Okay, that's awesome.
I thought you said she was 9.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think 19 maybe. 10.
She's turned 10.
She just
See,
turned
I
10 years old.
I knew it. She's much
Happy
older.
belated birthday.
Valentine's Day.
She's double digits now, Dad. How we doing with that?
Well, she's grown quickly, and but it's exciting to see her progress and to have such aspiration to do good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Savannah, tell us,
What is the book about?
where did you get the idea for the book, Happy Heart Advices?
Well, it all started with my company. When I started my company, because when I was little, I wanted to become a cardiologist, but I didn't know what a cardiologist did. So, of course, I did the time to research, and I found out about the heart and what cardiologists did, and I loved the heart. But then one day, I found out that more than 2,000 people die each day because of heart-related problems, and I didn't want to wait until I was a cardiologist to help people. I wanted to start immediately. So with the help of my parents, I started Happy Heart Advisors. But some tools I use, because I found out that people usually are diagnosed with heart disease, and they find out about the heart when they're 35 years or older. So I figured out that social media would be a good place to start, and I started making Facebook posts and YouTube videos. But then I started to took one step ahead, and I felt like, what if I could do a book? What if I could expand and write a book over the summer of 2015, so people can learn more about the heart.
Wow. That's amazing. Most kids her age are playing video games, shopping, Snapchatting, and she's writing a book. So, Q, how does that make you feel to hear your 10-year-old daughter, and she speaks so eloquently? This is amazing. How does that make you feel as her father?
Her mother and I are very proud of her accomplishments and her passion for Happy Heart Advisors. One of the things that I always tell people is that when you have an opportunity to spot your children's passion early, thrive on it, support it, do everything you can to keep them interested. And it makes it easy for us as parents, because she's already really interested in what she's doing. So it makes it easy for us to continue to support and continue to put tools around her so that she can thrive in her career.
I love the fact that she said that she wanted to be a cardiologist, but she didn't know what it was.
Right.
So I think maybe I better find out what it is first. And okay, that looks good.
Right.
But in matters of and I think that's what I'm hearing you saying, is that you have a chance to educate people before the problems start, and how to deal with their heart and be healthy prior to something happening to them. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I would tell people, would you rather prevent something bad from happening than have that bad thing and trying to
fix the problem?
Yeah.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So now let's talk about some of your friends, right? How do they react when they, to know that you have a book out and you have this organization that you started at your young age? What type of support do you receive from your friends?
So one of my best friends is in full support of me. She loves that I made a book. She says it's really awesome, and she's thinking of creative ideas for the future.
Nice.
And one of the things my dad and I discussed for the future is about the Happy Heart Kids Club.
Okay.
And we decided to do a Happy Heart Kids Club in the future because we decided that kids should know about the heart while having fun. And also, my whole class knows about that I have created a book and written a book.
Awesome.
And because one time, one of my teachers let me teach the class about the circulatory system.
Oh, and you were able to use your book to do that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
I noticed these pictures in here. Where'd they come from?
Well, where they come from? Well, those pictures, they came from... What do you want to...
Yeah, sure. Most of the images we bought and manipulated some, but they were all based on Savannah's research.
Yeah.
And about 95% of the pictures she actually hand drew. So if you look at some of the other pictures in the book, she, based on her research, she hand drew those images.
Wow.
And just to kind of to make the book a little bit more interesting, the goal is that she wanted to take, I guess, a complicated subject and make it as simple as possible for people to understand it. So the images are all about 95% of the images are ones that she just drew.
Wow, that's amazing. So you said you wrote the book over the summer of last year. How long did it take you?
It took me basically the whole summer.
Okay.
So what I did is that during the school year, I did all my research, and then during the summer, I just made all that research into a nice little book. So when kids and parents read it, they can understand about it, and they can teach their kids about it.
That is amazing.
Now I noticed down here it says Volume 1. Is there going to be a Volume 2 to this?
Yes, I'm actually working on my Volume 2 this summer. I already started.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, is it going to? It's still dealing with the heart. So, is it pretty much picking up where you left off here, or is it going to tap into other aspects?
It's gonna do both of those things. It's
Okay.
gonna pick up from where it started, but I'm also going to add some more things in.
Okay.
So, for example, on the check the facts page, instead of doing bad facts, like bad facts that are not good for you, like trans fat, saturated fat, I'm going to do good facts that are good for you and explain about those.
Okay.
Like potassium and all those good facts.
So people can be educated on what we should be putting in, not necessarily keeping out. Because sometimes we don't want to hear no.
That's right.
Tell me what yes. What can I have, right?
Some suggestions. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that is awesome.
This is incredible.
Now, you were recently a part of a chat room for the 3rd annual Sacramento The Black Book Fair, right? So how did that go? What was your experience with that? And it was right here at Underground Books.
Yes. My experience with that is I had a great experience. I met lots of people. I met lots of authors, and I had a great time. And my little sister, my little brother got to come along too. And I had a great time talking to people, selling my book and selling some T-shirts. But overall, I had lots of fun.
That is awesome.
Speaking of which, where is this book available? How can people get a hold of this? Because this is a wonderful teaching tool. It's a simple read, but it is quite informative. And,
right.
Again, I love these illustrations. This is fantastic.
Very creative. Yeah. How can people buy this?
People can buy it online on my new website, happyheartadvisors.com.
Okay.
And also, I am always at different types of events. My dad, he always knows which type of events there are.
Okay.
I try.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So happyheartadvices.com. And then all of the events, which you can catch on satculturalhub.com, that will highlight where you'll be. So
you can find her on Facebook. Leave us a message. Just search for Happy Heart Advisors.
Okay.
Or if you go to Google's and search for Savannah Karmue, Karmue.
Okay.
She have YouTube pages. She have a Vimeo page.
Wow.
Most of the chapters in the book have videos to it too, people can actually tap in both the video and the book.
Oh, that's awesome.
To be able to educate people.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what piece of advice would you give to another kid who may be your age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, who has the same idea, that wants to educate but doesn't really know how to go about doing it, or they may be a little scared or embarrassed because they feel like people are going to make fun of them? What piece of advice would you give them?
A couple advices came in mind, but number one, I would say you should start where you feel comfortable, what you like the most, what you enjoy doing. You should start with that, and then work your way through the process. And number two, you shouldn't really think of what other people are saying about you. It's just it doesn't matter what they say, as long as you think you're doing great and fine and wonderful, and that you are accomplishing many. Just don't think about it.
Wow.
You know,
awesome
I'm
advice.
going to take that advice.
Can I take her home? Can I just...
I give her a pen, would you?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she is just adorable. This is
Wow.
awesome.
This
so,
is.
last question, Father's Day is coming up. You guys got anything special planned? Or is it a surprise?
I don't do the planning on Father's Day.
No, right. It's a surprise?
She said it's a
You got a
surprise,
nice
so.
surprise for Dad. Okay.
You know, every day is Father's Day.
There you
know,
go.
Whenever I get a chance to spend time with kids, and just having the opportunity to be around them is Father's Day enough for me.
That's awesome.
I'm not a smart man, but I think that's a great answer.
Well, Savannah, we appreciate you so much for stopping by, and Q, thank you guys so much. I'm in awe. She is amazing.
This is fantastic. You know,
but
I just
once
finished my
again-
new book, and next week I'm going to read another. So,
So happyheartadvices.com
Yeah, get it.
Is where
Get
the
it.
book can be
It's
purchased.
great.
Yes, congratulations,
Putting
and we
it in
look
my
forward
library.
to volume 2.
absolutely.
Yeah,
you.
congratulations. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Man, just awesome guests today.
it's great, great.
Yardley and Savannah. I want to adopt her maybe every other weekend or something. Just want to take her home.
Yeah, she's mine, and oh wait a minute, she wants something to eat. She's his.
Right.
Man, that's
So,
beautiful.
before we close this thing out, the Warriors and Cavs. I think it's pretty obvious.
Man,
Who's gonna win that?
the Warriors are beasts.
They're on
man.
fire.
I was up in Reno over the weekend, and we had to stop everything. Everything froze so that everybody could watch that game.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went up by 30 points, it was just like, oh my goodness,
It was
these
depressing
guys.
for the Cavs. But
But they're just such a well balanced team. They got such a deep bench.
They have a
So,
strong bench, and I think
Yeah.
that's where Cleveland is going to have problems.
Yeah.
And ultimately, my sons give me a hard time because they say, "Mom, you're not even a Warriors fan." Then they start asking me who the players are that don't really play, and I'm like, I don't know. I just like the team.
That's it.
But I am not a huge LeBron James fan, and I think it's he's a talented player, but it's just humble and attitude and just the humility is not there for me. So when he said he was the greatest player in the world.
Well,
In the world.
What
In the world.
What they say, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you hear the hype enough. That's like my boss thinks that she's the richest woman on the planet, and she is.
Yeah, I was
she
about to
is.
say. Yeah,
On my little
Just
planet,
Judy, right.
she's the queen of that planet.
Right. But I think Cavs. The Warriors are definitely going to take it. I don't think it's going to even get past this next game. Game 4, I think they're going to go 4-0. That's my prediction.
You bring out the broom, huh?
Yes.
It's time to sweep.
Sweep them on up.
I don't know. They, LeBron sometimes can pull something out of the hat. So I'm hoping it's not a full sweep, but he's got to reach
down.
But
down.
the other not great story, but the other story of the weekend was Serena. losing to, now wait a minute. I got to get.
I'm not going to even try to pronounce her name.
I got to try to get the Garbinier. I know that. I think it's Garbinier.
Muguruza
or Muguruza, the other woman. Okay, the one that's not Serena Williams.
Right.
She lost her, but she actually beat her in the Wimbledon finals. So don't give up on Serena.
But when she
she's
loses,
35,
does she really
but
lose?
her 35 is like 22
Right.
to everybody else.
She lost, but she's still winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. she's still winning.
Yes, it is.
So upcoming events, the Mega Family Expo. It's coming up. Affordable Family Fun for all ages. You guys be sure to bring the family out. It's taking place on Saturday, June 25th.
At the Scottish Rite Center.
Yeah, from 11 to 5. So be sure to bring the family out
there
to
and
that.
Bring the family. That's a good thing. And we have the Sacramento African Marketplace with vendors, food, music. That's every first and third Saturday.
Every first
from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's at 2251 Florin Road at 24th and Florin in South Sacramento. So
I had fun today. Always having fun with my crazy. I always say crazy. Oh, you didn't do the. You're supposed to. Yeah, see, we practiced this, and now he want to act like
black people we always gotta stay up on the handshakes because they change so frequently.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. We appreciate you and everything that you do. We love you and we need you. So continue to be vital to all of us. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hub Live. His Tourette's is acting up over here. And we'll see you next time.
You got my gift card, though? Did you get my gift card?
You.
All right. That's my part. Mother's Day, I got the flowers. Father's Day, she got the
gift card.
Would I give all my dreams, important things, just to get to know you? Traveling across the land, sharing blessings with every man. Oh, I just wanna